Yo, what's the deal? What is the deal, everybody? Welcome to another Raider Nation Unlimited. I am your man, Wasted Talent. This is a very, very special episode of Raider Nation Unlimited. It's almost like an issue show back in the 80s sitcom. You know, a very special Facts of Lives. This is my celebration for me hitting 6,000 subscribers, man. This is not the goal that I have for this year, but every milestone we celebrate, man, every step of the way, because I appreciate each and every one of you, man. I appreciate all of the love, the support. All of the comments, all of the conversations we have under the videos and stuff, man, because at the end of the day, man, this group, this ethos that we have, man, this shit is special, man, because it's real. It's real engagement. You know, we're not paying for views and none of that, man. It's just we out here getting it in the mud, and we're doing the work, man. We're reaching out and trying to connect the nation. You know what I'm saying? Now, we might not always agree on everything, but that's what makes for better content, man. That's what makes for better everything. We out here really exchanging ideas, man. That's what makes this fun. I love the Raiders. You know, I love Raider Nation. I love our fan base, man. And I am just so happy, you know, to be a part of this, man. And I want to thank every single one of you. Now, getting into this, got some heavy hitters coming on, you know, and, you know, I'm going to start off the show myself. And I just want to thank every single one of y'all, man, and go through the chats. And then we're going to get into some football. You know what I mean? Because, you know, look, at the end of the day, man, it's all about the Raiders. It's all about football. And it's all about the fact that, man, this is the last game of the season coming up right now. Even though we are mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, man, it's always exciting in the offseason because, we got so much to talk about. We got the draft. We have free agency. We have everything. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate it. Mrs. Wasted just brought me a Harry Potter latte. I mean, you know how we do. But like I was saying, man, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot of ground to cover this offseason, and we're going to be here all offseason covering this team, breaking everything down, man. And look, without further ado, I have the biggest Raider platform that there is, man. I mean, this guy is a GOAT, and that's why I call this episode GOAT Talk, man. Yo, give it up for the great and powerful Mitchell Renz. Mitch, what is the deal, brother?
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I took forever. I couldn't get my AirPods connected. Usually when I do at-home stuff, I'm out in the living room, but Alex is having a little get-together with some friends, so if you hear some yelling in the background, that's what you're hearing. But,
hey,
dude, I'm sorry I was a little bit late. I'm a little bit late. You were too kind in the intro.
Brother, listen, man, you are never late. You're always on time, and I'm just glad that you've graced us with your presence, my brother. Mitch, man, I mean, I've been waiting to talk to you for a while, man. I mean, we talked on Graphk show, and then, when I first got on, we did some content together, bro. But I really wanted to talk to you, man, because there's a lot going on in the last couple of days, man. And
that's an understatement.
Yeah, man. Look, man. It's just funny because yesterday I kind of got on. I was on one yesterday because I just needed to let everybody know that I am vindicated. There are a lot of things that have been going on, a lot of rumors swirling, and there's a lot of stuff that we've been saying all season, and now it's all coming to fruition, man. So really quickly, man, I just wanted to get your opinion of the way that we're gonna move forward after he who should not be named, because what I just wanted to do is I do not want to derail this show with the talk of Lord Voldemort himself, Forky. The man who has been in this organization for 9 years, and I'm going to show a picture of him right now. You know who we're talking about. Where do you see us going, man?
Well, I mean, this is your show, so you're calling all the shots here. I'm just here so we can have a good time tonight. I mean, I think realistically, when you think about where this organization is going to go, Mark kind of showed us last offseason that this organization is going to go with Josh McDaniels, and they're going to go with Dave Ziegler, and he's going to invest his time and his money into those two people. And if they feel like that they can make the team better, then they're going to go and try to do that. And I know a lot of Raider fans used to get mad at me. Shit, people still get mad at me because I've been saying for a very, very long time I believe that they're going to go with Tom Brady. And it's just because that's the route that I see most likely happening with this organization. And, for a lot of Raider fans, it's not because I want Tom Brady, but my job is to give my honest opinion. And my honest opinion, if I was in Vegas, if I was a betting man, would be you're probably going to get Brady. And I'll also say this, there's a lot of people that don't want Brady. And I get it. Like, I absolutely get all the reasons. I'll also say he wasn't the one that threw the flag, but I also don't really like Josh McDaniels. And the amount of times I've heard, all right, it's going to be a 2-year, 3-year process. If I was a man that had the amount of money that Mark Davis did and I was the one making the decisions, I mean, realistically, if you give McDaniels his quarterback that he's got 6 Super Bowl rings with, and he still can't win in 2023 with Devontae Adams, with hopefully you're going to have all this extra money to get defense, you're going to have a whole offseason with Tom Brady. If you still can't win them, it doesn't have to turn into a 2 or 3 year thing. You just move on from that, because if they can't win with Brady, I don't think that it's ultimately going to happen. So if I'm thinking, what do I want for the Raiders? I just want them to win. That is all I want. And if you win with Brady, great. If you don't, then you get rid of Brady and you get rid of Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler. And yeah, we're going to start over all again.
But hey, look, what are you going to do? You can keep bumping your head up against the wall. See, Mitch, I said Brady as well. And I'm going to be honest with you. There's a report today that just came out that was talking about Mark Davis being embarrassed last year when Chicago Bears and the Kansas City Chiefs came and took his stadium over. Mark Davis wants to win. The whole Carr situation was Mark Davis.
Go bring Brady in then.
Yeah, and but see, this is the thing. The good thing is that he's trying to take a cheat code to winning. And he's not going to allow this coaching staff to sit here and try to be in mediocrity hell looking for a new quarterback. No, go out there, go get me Tom Terrific. Let's put some butts in the seat. The Super Bowl is in Las Vegas. I want to win right now. And if you don't, you got to go. Because Mark Davis doesn't play any games. And the one thing that makes me happy about that report and him wanting Brady and him being more active is that lets me know that Mark Davis is fully invested in winning. Because, Mitch, we all know in the National Football League, there are a lot of teams and owners who don't give a shit whether they win or not. The only thing they care about is whether the butts are in the seat and whether they're making money. And Mark will make money anyway because it's the best destination spot to go see an NFL game. This is the one place you can bring your wife with you. You could have her go to a spa and get her hair done and shit. You could be at the game. You can come back. You can gamble. You got all. It's a total
Vegas
experience.
Is a spot where you could bring your wife and your side piece, and you're fine.
And nobody will see each other.
Exactly.
You can bring the side piece to the game. Lead the wife into the Mitch is on demon time, man. I feel you, bro. Mitch, really quick, let me read this super chat, brother. I've changed my mind. Let's go Lamar. Let's get Lamar or Rodgers. I'll send $3K if we get either QB1. Better yet, get either one party in Vegas on me. Mitch, I was in Dallas over the holidays and thought about grabbing a beer. Shout out to you, Christopher Dahl. Appreciate you for pulling up over here. I want to get these out the way real quick. Mitch be catching beer cans with one hand like Adams. Congrats. Wasted. I appreciate that. Yeah, Mitch, man. You like Stone Cold Steve Austin when they throw them beers at you, brother. I see you on your
I remember the very first time when I went to Oakland, the Black Hole brought me out there. And this was back when I'm going to say I had like 15,000 subs. Like, this is a long time ago for me. And we did this show, and I told the people, I'm like, hey, man, I've been working on it for a long time. When somebody throws me a beer, I can bite the bottom of it and shotgun it. So I tried to do it, and I did okay job at it, though I kind of chipped my tooth, and I haven't done it since. So Stone Cold, though, he's on a whole nother level, but he's 316. I'm 365, so it's a little different.
So, Mitch, really, another thing, man. So say, for instance, they do bring Brady in. What is your plan? Because I got a plan for what I want to see the Raiders do quarterback-wise. I personally would like to see them bring Brady in. I mean, who would be a better mentor for a young quarterback than the greatest quarterback of all time? I would like to see them keep Jarrett Stidham, and I'd like to see them draft a quarterback in the mid-round and develop a guy that's very, very athletically talented. Now, some of the guys that I kind of had red circled.
I got 5 names, so you give me yours, and I'll give you my 5. You go first.
I mean, Anthony Richardson's right at the top of that list, even though he's a guy that I feel that is probably going to be gone because He has elite traits. A lot of people have Will Levis as the third quarterback in this draft. Will Levis is another guy that I would take, but I just would not take him high in the first round. If Will Levis is around in the late first and we would be able to move back into the late first, or we got draft compensation for Derek Carr or something like that, he'd be a guy I consider. Or, so Levis, Anthony Richardson, Hendon Hooker has an injury. He's a little long in the tooth, but he's the kind of guy that you can sit. I think Hendon Hooker's like 26 years old. So
not quite. He's there. He's like 24, 25. By the time I think he'll be able to play, you're probably looking at 25, 26. Yeah.
Yeah. Hendon Hooker's definitely a guy. I like the kid Max Dugan, but not in the first round. The kid from TCU, man. I would take a flyer on him probably in the third round.
He's like Sam Ellinger to me. Max Duggan's one of those players where he's a good college quarterback. He's a tough player. NFL teams are going to fall in love with his leadership. And, I get like that's a role, but I think you're realistically looking at him as being somebody who's just going to be a career backup. And career backup in the NFL, making $4 or $5 million a year. It's not a bad thing whatsoever. But I agree. I don't like Duggan. There are only, I would say, 3 quarterbacks that I would draft in round 1. And unfortunately, I would only draft 2 in the top 10.
We know,
and even that I'm not really all that crazy about, because right now the Raiders are what, number 8 pick. What I would do if I was the Raiders is, a lot of times people are like, oh, we're going to get Tom Brady, but what's the long-term plan? The long-term plan is you bring in a young quarterback that can learn underneath Tom Brady and hopefully try to teach this McDaniels system, or just learn how to be a pro. I go back, I look at Jimmy Garoppolo, Jacoby Brissett, these guys who realistically had no playing experience whatsoever, and they got traded for, considerable draft capital, considering that they never played. Why? They played underneath Tom Brady. So if I know going into something that I'm going to be able to bring in a guy and then trade him later on for capital, like I'll do that. Like my 3 quarterbacks that I look at in the draft are CJ Stroud's probably the only dude right now that Bryce Young to me is top 3 pick. At least that's where he's going to go.
He's going number 1.
We'll see, right? If Chicago gets the number 1 pick, then that's the only way. I don't know if it's going to happen. So if Chicago loses this week and the Texans win, Chicago has the number 1 overall pick. So then, I don't think
that tie with the Texans. Yeah, they had that tie.
Yeah, so then I don't think that they're going to end up taking Bryce Young. But to me, though, CJ Stroud, he's a very up and down quarterback. He scares the hell out of me, but I do think he has the athletic traits where if he could learn underneath a guy for a year like a Brady, learn the system, then you'll see what he does. But I'm with you. Will Levis is to me is a player that I like a lot out of Kentucky in terms of upside. I was asked in a mailbag that I put out today, actually, which 2 college football players at the quarterback position do I believe have the highest upside? I believe Anthony Richardson, his nickname was the Freak, coming out. And then Will Levis, to me, those guys have more upside, in my opinion, than CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. Now, their floor to me is much lower.
Yes.
But if you're talking about upside, well, hey, if you're going to go make a move like Brady, to me, you're going all in already. So you might as well try to get some of that upside. But then there's also 2 quarterbacks that I would at least think about trading for. Because if you're going to bring Brady in, I anticipate they bring him in on a 2-year deal. The one quarterback I'll throw out the name there is Jordan Love, which I've mentioned before on my show. I think you could trade for Jordan Love, get a 5th-round pick. And the reason, again, like I mentioned with Garoppolo, with Jacoby Brissett, when you trade for a player, a lot of times you kind of want to be a car salesman, right? Yeah. If I know that the Packers drafted Jordan Love in the 1st round, they're going to trade him to me for a 5th. I believe if Jordan Love were to learn underneath Tom Brady for an entire season, you can make an argument that you might be able to flip him the next season for a 5th or a 6th-round pick. And that doesn't happen very often. And that's the Brady effect. And then also a quarterback that I really, really liked coming out of the draft, he has not looked good whatsoever in Tennessee, is Malik Willis. Malik Willis to me is a phenomenal athlete. He looks raw. I don't know if it's just Tennessee just can't figure it out right now. But that's another guy. They drafted him in the 3rd round. Hell, they traded up with the Raiders to get him. But if you could trade him right now, get a 6th-round pick for him, I'm on board with it. Like, I don't want just Tom Brady, but I do want Brady to mold a quarterback underneath, because that's your long-term plan.
Definitely. See, now the thing about when you talk about Jordan Love, right? People say, he can learn under Brady. He's been learning under Aaron Rodgers his whole career, right? And I don't think that the Green Bay Packers, they're going to have to make a decision because they paid Aaron Rodgers like $50 million almost. They can't carry these two guys. He's getting into a year where he's about to be a free agent. I like Jordan Love. Like, see, I've always been on the assertion with quarterbacks. If you're big, you're strong, and you can throw the ball hard, you can teach them everything else if they get the right teacher. You know what I mean? But you got to have those elite traits. Jordan Love has the elite traits in spades. He's another guy. You and I are very similar.
Two more years on the rookie deal as well.
Yeah, and that too. And so he's a guy that you can bring him and develop him. And say, for instance, because Father Time's undefeated. I don't know if Tom Brady has 2 years left in the tank. I know he's got one left in the tank. I don't know if he has two left in the tank. And when you get to that age, it happens very rapidly. Like, look at Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning, when he first went to Denver, he looked excellent. He's throwing the ball, broke the touchdown record, them at 70 touchdowns. Then the next year, he could barely throw the ball. So I get kind of concerned about having a quarterback this is uncharted territory in the history of the NFL. Nobody has, like, Tom Brady's even older than George Belanda was. And it's funny when you see George Belanda, when he was playing for the Raiders at the end of his career, he looked like old shoe leather. And Tom Brady looks like he looks better than he did when he was in his 20s, which is crazy.
It's a different, see, I'll say this though. I do think it's a little bit of a different league. And we all know that the NFL has done a good job taking care of quarterbacks, taking care of Brady. Brady's also done a very good job, I think, staying closer to his diet, his regimen, all that kind of stuff, which, I mean, it's ended up showing that it's paying off pretty well for him. And then there's just certain people that I just believe are freaks of nature. And Brady, to me, is one of those guys that if he was a quarterback that relied on all the time his physical attributes, then it would be a little bit different to me. But I believe the reason why Brady was just always the best is because of the mental game. And the older and older he gets, there's not a defense that confuses him anymore. There's nothing that's going to catch him off guard. Is he going to be able to get away from a blitz if you get him at the right time? No, I can move better than he can. But, there's still one of those things where if you do bring in a guy like Brady, I think the biggest thing that it changes is what you do in free agency and what you do in the draft. Because if you have a more mobile quarterback, let's say, you don't have to invest as much in the offensive line, and you invest defense, and then Salt Bay a little bit more defense in terms of free agency and draft. You get a guy like Brady, well, now you're probably going to have to think, well, we got to keep this guy upright, and now you're going to have to invest in that offensive line a little bit more, which maybe it's not a bad thing overall. You could decide to do a few things here and there. I see these people spamming FTB and, they don't want Tom Brady. I don't know if Tom Brady is the answer. And if I'm being honest with you, I don't know if I really want Tom Brady either. But the matter of the fact is, in life, sometimes life you get handed stuff. The Raiders have been dealt Josh McDaniels. So if you want to try to win football games, I believe the easiest way to do that is with Tom Brady and Josh McDaniels, the guy that's been able to win it. And then if you can't win, then you move on from McDaniels and then you just wipe your hands clean. Like, that's the easiest way to do it. And I don't know if many Raider fans really do truly want Tom Brady. But I do think grown men at times realize that, hey, in life, you're dealt situations. McDaniels' situation. Let's deal with it. How's the best way to go forward?
Yeah.
I believe it's Tom Brady.
Bro, listen, look, it's not really, see, for me, man, it's getting to a point, bro. See, Mitch, I'm a man of a certain age, man. I want to see the Raiders.
Older or younger than Tom Brady?
I'm about the same. Damn, he's like a year older than me. So I'm like the same age as Tom Brady, bro. And the thing is that, look, man, I watched Tom Brady when he was at Michigan. I remember it was him and John Navarre and Drew Henson. Like, I remember Tom Brady playing in Michigan. And I remember all of the things this Raider organization is going through, bro. I've been a fan my whole life. And I've supported this team my whole life. And the first Super Bowl I vividly remember is the Raiders beating the Washington Redskins. That's the first Super Bowl I remember. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I can't wait anymore. I don't want to wait anymore. I don't blame Tom Brady for the tuck rule. He never made the call. He was the beneficiary of it. I said this on my show millions of times. The genius that comes out of the New England tree, Bill Belichick, give him a lot of credit, but it's Tom Brady. You talk to any player who was there, they'll tell you, man. I heard Asante Samuel on the pivot, shout out to them, said, hey, man, he goes, everybody talk about Belichick. He goes, man, it's Tom Brady, man. That's why we won so much. That's what Asante Samuel said. And anybody who ever played there says that. And everywhere he's gone, he's won. Tom Brady.
Look at Belichick without Brady.
Yeah, I know, right? So if you talk about the genius of McDaniels, I think Josh McDaniels is a very talented play caller. I think he's a very talented coach.
He's an
But the
OC.
thing, but the thing that see, you keep saying fire Josh McDaniels, but you got to give the guy a chance, right? So if you give him the chance to mature into this job, right? You bring Tom Brady in automatically. If Tom Brady's taking less money, Tom Brady comes in, he sets the culture at a certain level, bro. You don't really now it's a matter of calling plays at that point. You let Zeke go out there, do what he does. But see, the problem with the Raiders right now is that they're not building the team the way you need to. You build a team to beat the best team in your division. What they need to be doing is, in this offseason, I hope they learn, shore up the middle of that offensive line. You look at who's over there for Kansas City. Chris Jones has probably surpassed Aaron Donald this year as the best defensive tackle in football. Either him or Jeffrey Simmons, right? Jeffrey Simmons, Chris Jones, and freaking Aaron Donald, the best defensive tackles in football. You have to protect whatever quarterback is here against that monster. Then when you talk about what's going on in this division, the best way of getting pressure against mobile quarterbacks and good quarterbacks is right up the middle. What's the closest path between 2 points? A straight line. You want to get that pressure up the middle, and that's something that's lacking here. So Tom Brady coming here, bro, he affords you the luxury to go out and just spend on every hole, because I know he's not coming here for money. He's coming here to pad his legacy and win.
He got money. I think that's the other thing where a lot of people were like, "Oh, I'd rather have Rodgers than Brady." And if you're telling me just quarterback versus quarterback, maybe I take Rodgers over Brady. But the biggest difference is, I mean, realistically, you're gonna have to pay Aaron Rodgers $50.3 million. And if I'm the Green Bay Packers, I want, like somebody asked me the other day on my show, what do I want for it, or what do I think the Packers would want for a trade? If you're asking me for Aaron Rodgers, I'd say give me Derek Carr, Darren Waller, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks. And that even might not be enough.
Nah.
Because he's the 4-time MVP. So for me, like, all right, if you're trying to go forward, Tom Brady to me is probably going to make next season, let's say 25, 30 mil. 25, 30 mil. Like, he might even take less than that. I don't
Tom
know.
Will take less than, I think Tom will be in the teens if he can get certain players here so he can win. I think at this point in his career, what does money really mean to Tom Brady at this point?
I mean, he's got a 10-year, $357 million deal with Fox once he retires. You're right though. All the freaking money in the world. Totally. I don't think money is an even factor for him.
If he was about the money, he'd leave football, because he's got more sitting on the table for him outside of football. So he's definitely not about money. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you're right, brother. You're right, man. 1,000%.
Yeah,
man.
don't apologize. This is your show. I'm just here.
Yeah, now, hey, bro, look, Mitch, listen, I am a hospitable guest. I appreciate you pulling up. Bro, let me read these supers, because I don't want to forget the chat, bro, but when you got Mitch in the place to be, you got to get into the smack, right? My brother, the Twos. Okay, guys, if we had beaten the Rams of Pittsburgh, sitting on a 6-game winning streak, playoffs in sight, would DC have been benched for the last 2 games? Damn the 40 mil. Twos, look, man, the Raiders gave, and I don't want to talk about Derek Carr, but the Raiders gave Derek every chance to win this job and to get to the playoffs. My assertion has always been Derek Carr, for me, has to get to the playoffs and win a playoff game this season for me to keep him. If not, he's got to go. And it didn't happen. Derek Carr did what Derek Carr normally does, and that is why we are where we're at. And to be quite honest with you, it pisses me off that everybody's making it like the Raiders just dogged him out when he could have sat here and been a man about it and held the clipboard like people held for him for 9 fucking years. So I don't want to bring down the tenor of his show talking about Derek Carr and his bum ass. Christopher Dahl, we will probably get Brady, but I'd rather offer Mark Davis for Lamar. Not McDumbass. I go gloves off. I have a feeling we're going to move on from him next year. Christopher Dahl, I get you, bro. You got to give the man a chance to be successful, bro. The guy hasn't even been the coach for an entire year, and we're trying to run him out of town, and that essentially turns the Raiders into a dumpster fire. Let's get the man a chance to be successful, my brother. And I don't like spending all that money on QBs when our defense is the main issue. And I don't either, and that's the reason why you got to bring an old man Tom, because you can give him a half-eaten sandwich and a grape soda, and he'll come here and play just to win. Christopher Dahl, please, JMD, don't take Rattler late if he declares. And I'm going to be honest with you, I love Spencer Rattler late. That was my 5th guy when we were talking about the quarterbacks. It was going to be Spencer Rattler. But my dog, Mitch. Yeah, well, see, I'm talking about as a developmental piece. I'm not like, if if I'm not bringing in Tom Brady and I don't have Jarrett Stidham on the roster, I'm not messing with Spencer Rattler. But just as far as talent, I would take him and see if I can make him mature and see if I can take that talent and turn it into something special.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. Spencer Rattler has talent, and this is maybe the little bit more of the old school in me. But sometimes when you got a quarterback, they need to be good leaders. Like they need to be like that secondary head coach. And man, I don't know. Rattler scares the hell out of me. But the question that we got earlier about the defense and DC. I'm amazed on the amount of people that are trolling this. This past week, they're like, oh, the Raiders still lost. It's the exact same thing as what we saw. But I mean, realistically, I actually don't even know, even if the Raiders make the playoffs, if they would have kept him. And the reason I say that is because of how bad he started to play at the end of the year. I mean, when you're talking about a completion percentage at 54.3 in the month of December, 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. The Raiders defense in the month of December was giving up 18.3 points per game. I mean, you would think with the amount of money that they invested on the offensive side of the football, you'd be able to win some games at 18.3 points per game. At least I thought so. And then you talk about the second halves. The second halves to me are, people are like, oh, the Raiders blew the second half lead against the Niners. The Raiders in the second half of that 49ers game scored 17 points. Do you know how many points the Raiders offense and the other 4 games where they were leading at halftime scored combined?
Well, like 12 or something like that.
12 points. So, don't put the blame on the offense. Did well against the Niners. That's the best offensive game I've seen, right? And I don't think Derek was the main problem, but he clearly was a problem. And, I also understand people getting mad about the way they benched, but I also hear a lot of people say business is business, and the best business decision that the Raiders could have done was moving on from Carr. Now, in terms of Carr staying around the facility, if DC would have been in the gym at the Raiders facility and he would have got hurt, you're still on the hook. So they basically said, hey, go away, get away. And I also know Derek also was like, I want to get the hell out of here as well. So I think it's a good breakup. Coming up tomorrow on the Raiders Report, I haven't told anyone this yet. Tomorrow on the Raiders Report, Derek Carr destinations. So, I rank the top 6 places where I think he's going to end up going. He's absolutely going to get traded because he knows, let's face it, he's going to make more money if he gets traded than if he hits the free agency market.
And it's funny how people have this narrative of him helping the Raiders out. He's helping himself out by being traded. Because
Correct.
if you got to go and negotiate a contract, no team on God's green earth is going to give you the amount of money the Raiders just did. Now, what
Correct.
I will say about him not being in the facility, he doesn't have to work out to
Correct.
help out the young guy and hold the clipboard. He could have sat up in a booth. So he was the one who went to the team and said he didn't want to be a distraction. He wants to go home. And I think that is, from what I've understood. Now, at first I said, listen, I don't know for sure whether he asked or the team asked him to go home. The team asked him to go home. I apologize. If he asked to go home, I think that's a bitch move because there have been a lot greater quarterbacks that have sat and watched somebody take their job. Joe Montana, John Unitas, Peyton Manning had to watch Brock Osweiler play for him, bro. Come on, give me a break. And we can go down throughout the history of football. That is what football is. Football is the ultimate meritocracy at times, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's about money, especially with the salary cap. Back in the day, football was a meritocracy. The better you played, the better player always played. But now, sometimes there are narratives that are shaped based off of your contract. And you got to do what's best for the team and the structure of the team based off of how much money you're making at the time. So that's the piece of it to me that's always bothered me, Mitch. Mitch, really quick, because I don't want to derail the show with the card talk. Let me read a couple of these supers. Yo, Big Raider Drox, all love, bro. Stay up. Free Andrew Tate. Raiders, oh, man. Wi-Fi will make, oh, man, we talk about this guy. Wi-Fi will made me wake up. I used to be Carr all the way, no more. He played scared. I went back and watched either balls to walk or to check down King. Listen, I don't know what you're talking about. That guy doesn't know. And I'm not going to, look, I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm not messy, bro. But I'm not going to, you guys know that there's certain guys who know this game. There's certain guys who played this game. There's certain guys who can break down tape. There's certain guys like Mitch Mitch is just like an all around. Mitch knows the game. Mitch does the rumors. Look, listen, seriously. I'm talking about content creators. You got some guys that are heavy film guys, heavy football nerds, right? And they know this game. Sanjeet is a guy that knows this game. You can't take Andy knows this game. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are excellent at what they do, right? I feel like I know the game. Graphk knows the game. You know what I'm saying? We're all around guys. Mitch is an all around guy. Mitch knows the rumors. Mitch knows the team. Mitch knows scenarios, all of that. He knows the game because he's a former athlete. But you got other guys who will come on here and regurgitate things that they hear and have never had a jock strap on in their life. They don't understand football. They don't know football. So don't come here mentioning anybody who don't know football. Honcho knows the game. I got to give him his credit. The man is a coach, knows his shit. Can't take it away from him, bro. And then you got a whole bunch of other guys that are on here just, playing around on YouTube. But what I will tell you is this. Go ahead, brother.
I got a jock strap on right now.
Listen, man, I stay with my jock strap on, man. I think it's fucking 25 years old. I think my jock strap might be older than some of the guys that are watching this show, man. But no, in all seriousness, though, this whole thing about Carr, bro, I've been watching this game and I've been showing people all season that the guy's throwing helium balls. Bad ball placement, stepping up in the pocket and not wanting to get hit and delivering a strike downfield like Jarrett Stidham did. That play that Jarrett Stidham rolled out and hit Devontae Adams on that 60-yard touchdown, that play would have never happened with Derek. So that has been the problem. It's not an attack on him personally. And I don't want to talk about this guy no more because I've been doing it all week and I'm sick of it. I'm gonna get off of it, Mitch. But I'm sick of hearing about poor him, this, that, what would have happened. Let's get over it. Fuck him. We're done. Go ahead, brother.
I was gonna say, from a Mark Davis standpoint, right? If you were to invest two $100 million contracts in somebody and you never won a playoff game, I also, as an investor, as somebody who spends money, I would like to feel like I got my money's worth. I think it's more than fair that Mark doesn't feel like he got his money's worth.
Yeah. And that's what it's dollar cost average. Like, what are you getting? What are you getting out of all of this? So you mean to tell me I've spent almost $250 million and I've got nothing? Give me a fucking break, bro. So come on with all this crybaby stuff, man. We need to get back to being a Raider Nation. We talk about just win, baby. That's what it should be about. All these feelings and these bullshit narratives, like even with the Brady stuff. So I've had people tell me that if Brady won a Super Bowl for the Raiders, that would be like cheating. How the fuck is it cheating? He's a quarterback. He's a free agent. He came here. We're paying him. We got the desired result. What are you talking about? And that's the thing that really bothers me.
I don't care. I want to win.
Yeah, me too, bro. I don't care if Hannibal Lecter's the quarterback. As long as we win, I don't give a damn, Mitch. I don't care, my brother. But yeah, man, hold on, man. My brother, Big Mike, salute you, Wasted Mitch. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to see Wasted chug his coffee. You guys are stupid. Thank you, bro. But Mitch, let's get back at it, man. Really quickly, bro. On the defensive side of the ball, free agent-wise. Now, I have a list of free agents. NFL.com had a list of the top 50 free agents, man. If you could sign 3 of these guys, which would these guys be? Now, I'm going to share a screen real quick, Mitch. I got to find where I had this up because, I'm a boomer. I'm an unapologetic boomer. I'm an unapologetic technology cretin. But here we go, right here. I'm going to share the screen. All right, Mitch, can you see that?
Oh, man, I got to put my readers on. That's all I know.
Oh man, you young whippersnapper, man. You can't see that, brother.
I mean, I guess it depends on, like, where I would rather invest my money. Like, we talked about the interior offensive line. We talked about the interior defensive line. Like, I know for me personally, I would really like Daron Payne. I don't know exactly where he is on that list.
All right, now we got Daron Payne is down.
Daron Payne is a guy that I like a lot on the defensive side of the football. In terms of if I want to find like a cheaper offensive guard, I do actually like the kid from Philadelphia. If you're going to ask me to say his name, it's tough. It's like S-E-M. I actually like him a lot.
I can't pronounce his name worth a shit either, Mitch. That's why I ain't bring him up.
He's an offensive guard that I like a lot, that I think that you could go out and get. And then, I mean, Brady's the quarterback, right? Like, I mean, if you said 3 names, I would say undervalued is Somalio or something like that. Daron Payne's the big defensive guy I'd go out and spend on. And then you get Brady. And I also think then that opens up a lot of doors for other free agents, man. Like, free agents are going to want to come play with the Raiders if they got Brady. That's really as simple as that. You're going to be able to get some other big names in there. I mean, Levante David's a hell of a name in there. I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
so I got him pulled up, brother. Now that's a guy that I feel like if you're gonna improve this defense, right, it's really too hard to depend on the draft to improve the linebacker core. The linebacking core had needed a big upgrade for years. And if you look at most elite defenses, they have a very stacked linebacker core because you got to control the middle of the field. You got to have guys that can cover downfield. Levante David, Patrick. Oh my God, bro. Listen to me, bro. These are the guys that I would bring in. Levante David, definitely. And I know you don't want to spend the kind of money on a safety, but I think Jesse Bates is a guy that I would definitely take a flyer on if he's available, man. I mean, Jesse Bates is 26 years old, man. We need some help in the back end of our secondary. I'd bring in Deron Payne as well. So at every level of the defense, I've improved and put a starter at every level of the defense. And then now you can fill in the gaps with kind of lower rung free agents and draft picks at that point. So that would probably be the way that I would go about it if I were the Raiders. There's another guy that I want to know. I want to get your opinion on. Tremont Edmonds from the Buffalo Bills. Not great in coverage, but he is an active, fast linebacker.
Athlete. He's just a great athlete. And I think when Edmonds first came out of college, I believe he was out of Virginia Tech, if my memory serves me correct. Yeah, I want to say it's Virginia Tech, Tremaine Edmonds. But when he came out of college, he was like one of the most versatile players that I ever watched on tape. And if all we ever talk about is Patrick Graham and you need versatility, then a player like that who can do a lot of the things. Like, people love Divine Diablo, and Divine Diablo also came out. He was this, at Virginia Tech as well, this hybrid of a player that, you could play linebacker, strong safety. I think Divine Diablo is what Tremaine Evans is like what you're hoping Divine Diablo can
He's a
turn
poor
into.
man's Tremaine Edmonds, pretty much. Yeah, I said that when he came out.
I was going to say Dollar General, but that just seemed mean.
A Dollar
General,
yeah, bro.
He's going to be a good player. I still like Divine. I think Divine needs a little bit more time. What I am curious about, though, and I heard this from somebody who I trust pretty heavily, it's still a little bit of a rumor, could happen, but if they do decide to move on from Patrick Graham, I got to keep in mind, I'm telling y'all right now, is Matt Patricia, who is currently the offensive coordinator on New England. Would not surprise me whatsoever if he tries to come over to the Las Vegas Raiders to coach defense, because I was told that he doesn't like coaching the offense. And then New England has been talking to Bill O'Brien, and then Bill O'Brien would be the OC in New England.
Yeah, New England actually, the year that they set all of those records, I think Bill O'Brien with Moss, I think Bill O'Brien was the offensive coordinator, not Josh McDaniels. So that would make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Matt Patricia is just an arrogant prick, though. I really, to be honest with you, I can do without the fake Belichick act. You know what I mean? He is a gelatinous bum, and I hope he stays over there. let me read these supers real quick. Can we get screwed with the NFL timeline with teams backing out of a trade? Should definitely be talked about on Mitch's show too with Derek Carr.
So can you get screwed? The answer to that is technically yes. So the scenario would be like, imagine, when basically like what McDaniels did to Indianapolis. He's like, yeah, I agree in paper, I'll do it. But then you can't actually, finalize the deal until the new league year starts. But the issue with Carr's contract is it's got to be done 3 days after the Super Bowl. So, like, from what I understand, it does sound like Carr is going to renegotiate his contract, which is when that whole conversation is going to change, because I was told that he's going to waive his no trade clause. And once he waives his no trade clause, then they're also going to throw in a bit in there that's like, well, you're not going to get your guarantees until potentially the new league year starts. So that's still a wait and see thing, but Carr wants his money. I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah. People, listen, man, they're going to find a way to get it done. And to be quite honest with you, man, I want some draft compensation with Derek Carr, but I'm not hard up for it. I just want that salary off of the Raiders' book so they can improve the other side of the football and build around the team the right way. So you can go and you can put the pieces in place. So if you get an old, long in the tooth Brady or a fragile Jimmy Garoppolo, you still have a strong roster. Now, you see what the San Francisco 49ers have done. You got to give them credit. They're down to Mr. Irrelevant playing quarterback, and they're still competitive because the team has been built around these quarterbacks so excellently, man. The roster is phenomenal, man. So that's kind of what I would like to see here. Christopher Dahl, my brother, Wi-Fi Willie sat there and told everyone we weren't going to win because we won't have Carr. I got tired of it. Play safety in his high school. QB plays scared. Play safely. I don't know, man. I don't.
He's saying he played safety in high school. Quarterback, and I think he's saying Carr played scared.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying I don't understand it though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out defense. Do we resign JJ? We need to revamp linebacker and defensive line room. Thank you, my brother Patrick B, for the $20 super. Also, Connecticut Ryan Raider, my dog. Haven't seen you in a while. If Stabler, Casper, and Tatum can all get traded, then we know trash number 4 ain't safe. Real ones all know the true Raider history. Al just wants to win. F the feelings. My dog Bully Face. Draft a leader at number 1, presumably a middle linebacker, strong safety. Draft 1 or 2 QBs between rounds 2 and 4. Draft the best DT available, outside linebackers when available. We already have a good team, just missing pieces. Shout out to both of you. Thank you, Bully Face. See, Mitch, I'm fucking up because I'm just reading this shit so I can get back to you. So I'm not really reading.
No, man,
I'm reading them, but I'm like speeding through them. Will and Tay.
I'll say this, man.
Haven't said new QB, yes.
You don't gotta speed through him. I mean, Patrick B is like one of the goats over on my show, and he asked, would you re-sign Josh Jacobs, or is he going to get re-signed? If I'm going to be real with you, I think the answer is no, and the only reason why I say it's no because I think it's franchise tag or nothing. Like that's how I see it. I think you franchise tag him at 12.7 mil. It's going to be the area where he can make the most money. Like, you know what I mean? Like make the most money per year. If you were to extend him, I mean, I would offer him something maybe like 3 years, slightly under 12.7. Let's just say from a math standpoint, 12. So like 3 years, 35, 36 million, somewhere in that ballpark. But even that, like, I don't see the Raiders doing that. Because I think the only way you extend running backs is if you're a running back away.
Yeah. I mean, bro, to be quite honest with you, I love JJ, right? But I think that they should make him the Kirk Cousins of running backs. You remember those years where Kirk Cousins kept getting franchised and he was making all of that money? And then, see, my thing is either that or they have to have a trap door to get out of the contract, because what I don't want to happen to the Raiders is, and I love Josh Jacobs, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, I don't want the Raiders to wind up like the Dallas Cowboys with Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott, at this point in his career, his contract is an albatross right now. And I don't want that to happen to the Raiders. And that is a distinct possibility with a running back. Now, I want Josh to get his money. He's played well for us. He is a Raider, and he's come here and he's shown people how to fucking play the game, bro. I give him a lot of credit because what he did in the preseason by playing and not complaining and not holding out, not doing all of this nonsense. And I love what he's done. And I want to see him get paid, but it has to be a contract that if he's not playing well, the Raiders are able to move on from him very easily.
See, I like the franchise tag idea also if I was an organization, because it goes back to if you at least franchise tag him, you get it for 12.7, cool, right? Like that's going to be great because that's the thing, having a running back. It's going to help a quarterback if it's like Brady, but if you don't get a guy like Brady, if I'm a young quarterback, you need to have a good running game. On top of that, though, if you franchise tag him, then if a team wants him, or if Josh is like, nah, I don't want that, well, then you got to trade for him. I'm more than happy to trade away Josh Jacobs then if he doesn't want to play underneath the franchise tag, because I believe you're going to get a second. There might be a team that throws another first-round pick at you for a guy like Josh coming off a career year that he's having. I don't want that to happen. I want him to play tag. Says no, rather than just letting him hit free agency, franchise tag him, and then you either got him or you're going to get a lot of draft capital for him. And that's kind of the way that I would do it. I see James asked me, Mitch like Willis, but not Duggan. Why? To me, Malik Willis has. I mean, Max Duggan to me, again, good leader, good player. Max Duggan is like, I give this analogy a while. Imagine going to Ben Jerry's or the most famous ice cream place in the world, and you choose vanilla. That's Max Duggan to me.
Bitch, I think you're going a little too hard on Max. I got to push back on you, bro. I think Max Duggan is a better athlete than you're giving him credit for.
He's a good athlete.
Do I think that he's going to set the world on fire? No. See, that's the thing. That's the thing about him. I think that Max Duggan has more talent than Mac Jones does.
I don't really like Mac Jones.
Yeah, but
I think
I remember. Listen. I watched your
football.
show, brother. You were gonna bring him in here.
When?
Did you say that there was a rumor that the Raiders might go after Mac Jones?
I said there's a rumor that they're interested in him that I've heard, but on my mailbag today, I said I don't want Mac Jones. I want nothing to do with Mac Jones. I'd be pissed if we
I
got
would be
Mac
too.
Jones.
I would be too, bro. But I'm just saying. So if you can win with Mac Jones, you can win with this kid Duke. And I think he's a better athlete and he's a better player.
Well, he's a better athlete. I throw better, but
bro.
Wasted. I got a question for you though, Wasted.
What's up, my brother?
What's the biggest super chat you've ever gotten on a show?
$100.
$100?
$100.
So 100 flat.
100 flat.
All right. If somebody breaks Wasted that record tonight, he's gonna chug his coffee, and I'm gonna go in my room over there. I'm gonna grab a beer and I'm gonna shotgun it right here. I want to see it go down.
If I get something over, I'm gonna go grab a beer out of my refrigerator.
Because we're getting wild. We're getting wasted.
Listen. I have beer here because my father-in-law, my brother comes over. Everybody, I got a lot of liquor in the house because everybody comes to my house. My house is like the house everybody hangs out at in the family. And bro, I'll drink a beer. I hate drinking beer. I hate drinking, but I'll do it. I'll send a word for one of my daughters to bring me a beer, and I will definitely drink that shit if that gets broken, my brother.
Todd said, "Bring the boots at the office, or else I would."
Yeah. Wait, hold up. Will Tay have any say on our new QB, Christopher Dahl? Yes, the Raiders brass has said that they said that they will sit down with Devontae Adams, and it only makes sense, man. You don't want to piss a guy like that off. That's a generational talent. And bring in somebody that he's not on board with. But the thing is, when you talk about bringing somebody in, bro, to this organization after Derek Carr, it has to be a haymaker. You can't just bring anyone in because of the feelings that are attached to Derek Carr. You have to bring somebody in to have everybody say, you know what? We're cool. We got him. Fuck Derek Carr. That's the only way that you can move on from the specter of DC, man. Really quickly, Mitch, what do you think we can get for DC and draft capital? Also praying for Jalen Carter. Oh, man, I wanted to get to that. Yeah, what do you think, my brother?
Well, you better do a lot more praying for Jalen Carter. I mean, I don't see a world where he even falls out of the top 5. But I would say if you can get somewhere between a second and a third round pick, right? Like I think there's the trades that I look at there's the Carson Wentz trade, which is all these comp picks, second and third with the third comp pick. But there's also the Matt Ryan deal where they got a third round pick. I think you get more than a Matt Ryan deal, but I don't know if you get as much as what Indianapolis essentially got for Carson Wentz. I think if you can get a second and a fourth, maybe a team throws a very late round first pick at you for Carr. I don't see that happening personally. I'm going to put my money on a second and a fourth round pick for Carr.
Yeah, I really don't. Oh, no. Yo, my God.
I got to go get one.
Oh, my God.
I'll be right back.
Mitch, you know what? I'm going to go and walk out. Thank you.
Oh, wait.
Wait, another one.
Wow.
Yo, thank you, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate y'all for the $200 super chats. Holy shit, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Hold on. I got to go get a beer. I'm putting Gruden on the cam right now, damn it. Hey, you guys, I got to go get some beer, man. Be right back. Hey, man. Hey, man, this is incredible, man. You get Mitchell Renz in here, you get wasted drinking, man. It's an unbelievable combination, man. Oh my God, man. Yo, man, that's fucking crazy, bro.
So I saw at my show, I always say like Mount Rushmore. So my Mount Rushmore guy are the guys that always, rep the show the hardest. And Wild One is like one of the biggest supporters I got over there. Also, I got a special guest that came to say hi real quick. That's the Chuck.
Oh, Chuck. What's up, Chuck?
That's the big guy. All right. You want to go back out with Mom? All right, so here's the thing. The only beer that I have is craft beer, but it's a growler. So
That's a lot
I'm
of
gonna
beer, Mitch.
I'm gonna knock down the growler for Wild One. And who was the other one that came in?
Wild One
Yeah,
and
get it open. Oh,
the Connecticut Raider Ryan. Show me them
okay. Connecticut
stitties.
Raider Ryan, Wild One. Y'all are see, I like setting records here, Wasted. So here's what
I appreciate you because we've definitely set a record.
you chug first. Everybody spam chug down in the chat right now. How long is that gonna take you? Oh,
Forever.
Bet. All right, y'all. Shout out to Dave, Wild 114, Big Raider Mike. I saw somebody say bang, so we got to throw the bang in there. Wild One, Dave. Shout out to all y'all. Spam and Chuck, Jay Cortez. You know, the funny thing is, usually on days when I wake up and I'm like, man, I'm not drinking, I'm not doing anything. Special occasion. So I've been trying not to drink, but yeah, that was good. That was good. You all right? You gonna make it?
Mm-hmm.
Man, that looks like AARP written all over your face. That's what I see. That's all I see.
Look, it is definitely
I
AARP.
don't know if he's gonna make it. You think he's gonna make it? Oh,
no, I'm not gonna make it.
Vegas said Chuck got big. He's gigantic. So you guys can see a little bit better of Chuck. He's chilling right now.
Oh God.
He's gigantic. He's like 70 pounds. All right, I'm gonna let you talk some Raiders. I'm gonna knock this back, Nation.
I'm probably gonna throw up all over the place.
Really?
No, I ain't gonna throw up, dude. I'm all right.
If you guys want beer, or my girlfriend has these things. It's like, oh my God, espresso martini in a can. Wild One, you pick. You want an espresso martini in a can, or I'm gonna finish the rest of this growler. Wild One, you pick.
Wow, you got to pick it, brother. Go ahead, Wild. Oh, my God, Smoke Man Joe. Let's fucking go. Bam.
Let's freaking go.
Holy shit. Appreciate you, Smoke Man.
Well, now I got to do two.
Said wasted once a mojito. Jesus Christ, man. How the hell do you do that? Oh my God, how the hell do you do that?
Honestly, I needed a drink. I'm hydrated now.
Oh my God, Mitch, you are a beat, bro.
Whew.
Listen, I'm all good, brother.
You want to hear something funny? The other day on my show, somebody said that the guy who we were talking about earlier that you said doesn't know football that well could drink more than Jeremy and I about rolled out of my seat freaking laughing. So I couldn't even believe it.
Bro, look, man. Look. There are very few things that I don't want to talk about nobody else, Mitch. I think that's fucking hilarious.
All right, Wild One said I gotta go get the Yep, I gotta go get the. I'll be right back. I gotta go get something for
Jesus Christ, man! You guys, let me start reading some of these super chats. Man, I'm sorry, guys. Yo, we've been out here. We've been moving and grooving, talking about the team, man. What's good, Sean? What's good, my guy? What's going on, y'all? Y'all messing with me because I'm not no big drinker, man. I'm sorry, man. Mitch is slamming the beer. Click that like button, subscribe. Top Beast, my dog. Appreciate you, man. Mitch is a YouTube GOAT. You damn right. Definitely is, man. He down by law, man. Gruden is going to be drunk and buying strippers now, man. Listen, Gruden doesn't need to be drunk to buy strippers. Oh, my God, man. Yo, thank y'all, man, for pulling up here. Yo, we got over 500 in the room, man. Van City, I'm fucking pumped for you right now. Wasting congrats, brother. Thank you.
All right, so if anybody wants to try these, there's a company in Dallas, okay? It's called I think it's Presse, something like that. You honestly tonight said 3 or 4 words that I've never heard before, so I think I'm just going to start watching the show for Raiders content and for vocabulary.
Well, thank you. You know, it's always the wasted word of the day. You know the deal.
I'm just saying, some of the words y'all are throwing out here are insane. But so basically what this is, it is an espresso martini in a can. Yeah,
seemed like a
pretty
lot,
good.
brother.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, wild one. Shout out to, I don't know if I can click on him. Oh, I can. Smoke Man Joe, wild one, and then Connecticut Raider Ryan. I'll make you guys a deal, all right? Because this is probably my last drink for the night. If we keep on getting 100s, if you send in 100 on Wasted Show, I'm gonna make a special graphic for y'all for Saturday when I go live. That way, we'll get you on my show as well.
I appreciate you, my dog. Thank you, man.
Let's do it. Where's Graphk? Graph's probably sitting back. He's probably drinking one right now too.
Yeah, I know. I say, hey, Graphk, man, pull up, bro. I sent them the link, man. Where is the Graphk Raider himself? Damn, Mitch. Yo, Mitch, they flaming me in here talking about my bikini light lime.
Hey,
hey
right.
man, look, man, I'm not a big drinker, bro. I never have been, man. I never have.
What?
Oh, man. Savannah Jean. I am the record holder now. Who's going to take my crown? Let's go. Wow. Appreciate you, Savannah Jean.
Y'all are going to get to see my room now.
$150 super chat. Oh, my God, man. Damn, that is great. Mitch, yo, I really appreciate you.
I got to figure this out now. Savannah, what do you want?
Savannah, what do you want, bitch?
Wasted. It looks like we're going to turn this into a different show. So,
yeah, I know, man. The guy said estrogen light. I'm crying. Hey, man, fuck y'all, man. Look, man, I got to put my training wheels on, bro. Y'all want me up in here getting slapped out, man.
I mean, if y'all want, I can go get the fireball, but.
Oh, my God, man. Don't do
that,
that, bro.
Y'all don't want that.
Yeah, man.
Ooh,
yo,
Savannah Jean, show me them. Oh, man. What'd she say? Am I the record holder now? Who's going to take my crown? Let's go.
Yo, let's fucking go, man. Mitch, man. Oh, my God. This is
getting out of hand, Daniel. You're right.
This is definitely getting out of hand, man. This is definitely getting out of hand. Yo, man. Wait. Yo, Graphk, where you at, bro? Graphk, where you at, bro? Yo, I really appreciate it, Mitch, man. This is incredible, brother. Graphk,
hey,
where are you, bro?
We're just here to have a good time.
Yeah, man, definitely, bro. So, you know what's funny? They said one more wasted note. Wasted, y'all have me on YouTube for the rest of my life throwing up everywhere. I am not. Oh my God, man.
All right, well,
wait. They said wasted lead of the hundreds. It's a wasted telethon. Y'all look crazy, bro.
Savannah, let me go get something, and then I'll do one more, and then we'll see where we go from there.
yo, they said wasted. They said wasted. Smirnoffs don't count, bro. Bro, you know what I might go do? What I'll do is I'll take a shot. I can't chug like that. I'll take a shot, yo. I'll take a shot. Hold on, I'll go get something and take a shot. How about that? If I take a shot, will we be good to go? All right, chat. Wait. I follow Mitch and found this collab. Salute to you, bro. You two work good together. Don't let Mitch. Look, I'm not letting Mitch get me slapped out. I'll take one shot. And that's it, bro. I'm not letting Mitch do me like that.
I mean, the name's wasted, so I just figured that's what we would do.
I'm wasted talent, not getting wasted all the time, man. Y'all crazy.
I've been told I got wasted talent. So if you do you like peanut butter?
Of course, definitely.
Have you ever had Screwball?
Yeah.
Dude, Screwball is probably one of my favorite things out there to sip on. Yeah. Probably one of my favorite things.
I got to call Graphk real quick. Graphk just hit me.
Oh, man.
Hey, Graphk, I got you on. I got you on the air, brother.
All right, so look, man, Mitch, I wanted to just enjoy the show, right? I was like, man, this is a moment, proud moment. My brother hit 6K. They see us together all the time, right? I'm like, man, this is dope to see you and Mitch just ride. But now that y'all drinking, right, and I see that y'all turning up, and I'm seeing that this is really wasted chat sports right now. I think I'm about to pull up with a shot glass, man, and enjoying the festivities. Is that cool with y'all?
Yes, it's definitely cool with us, bro.
One lime and he's slurring.
I'm about to pull up and take about 19 of them with you real quick.
Savannah Jean.
All right, my brother. Graphk is pulling up in the place to be, everybody. They said I missed the super chat.
I don't know if you know this, but Savannah Jean, the guy in the background, her husband, or soon-to-be husband, is named Patrick B. So that was the guy that sent in the $20 super chat earlier.
Man, yo, thank you for both of them, man.
And
God
Savannah
damn.
and Patrick, they asked me to be their, I think it's your aficionado, like to marry them at Allegiant Stadium on one of my shows. And I'm in. I just got to get the license to do it. So Savannah, Patrick, I've talked to my bosses. If y'all want me to marry you, we can do it. So let's
let me ask you a question. How long does it take to get certified to do that? You got to go online and do that, right?
Correct. So actually, one of my friends in college, his nickname is Rev, because one night we blacked out in college, and he like woke up the next morning and was like, "Oh man, we had a hell of a night." 2 weeks later, he checked his email and he was like, "Holy crap, I'm a reverend." And we're like, "What do you mean?" Took the course when he was drunk. It's like $54, and you're good.
Bro, you know what's funny? I think that I'm gonna take that course just so I can call myself the Reverend Wasted. I was gonna do it just cause, bro. I'm gonna go online and take that shit right now, bro.
Honestly, I could probably go with the same name, Reverend Wasted. It'd probably work.
Yeah, I know, right? We could be fucking twins.
Mad Dog. Favorite Mad Dog flavor? Watermelon.
Mad Dog is disgusting, bro. You know why I never drink? I'm not a drinker, but I remember when I was younger, one of my homeboys threw up that Mad Dog, the strawberry melon, like strawberry flavored Mad Dog. He threw up all over the back of his car. And I could never drink it. It's disgusting.
So I remember one of my craziest college memories, and he's my best friend. He was my roommate for 4 years. I was just the best man in his wedding. We did Four Locos one day, and we would always try to chug Four Locos. So the one time we tried to shotgun 2 Four Locos back to back, and which was just a terrible idea. But I remember he laid on his bed and he was spitting off. We had bunk beds in college, so he was like spitting off his bunk bed down onto me. And I remember I like held the garbage can here while he's like on top bunk, and he was just throwing me. And since that day, I can't like the watermelon Four Loco to me. No.
Well, I'm mad that you guys actually drank Four Loco, man. Four Loco is like the nectar of the bottom feeders of society, bro. It's terrible.
I mean, it's college, right? Like, shit. I remember in college, I would sit at a bar, or not a bar, like, you go in and buy something. I would debate, do I want to spend $13 on a 30 rack of Keystone Light, or do I want to spend $15 on Rolling Rock, right? And if I felt really frisky that night, I would spend $19 on Labatt Blue, right? Like, I mean, it was like, that's what we did. I mean, that's what you do in college. That's what you do.
Yo, they bringing up all the malt liquor now. And see, Mitch done turned this into Raiders drinking talk. Yo, they brought up Steel Reserve, bro. Unbelievable, man. You remember Steel Reserve, bro?
So
that's probably before your time.
So one of the very first shows that I ever did, when I hit 30K subs, my buddy and we heard about Edward 40 Hands, right? So it was like the first time I actually ever heard about it. So I believe it was Steel Reserve, Edward 40 Hands, and I literally taped them onto my hands when I hit 30K on the Raiders report, and we did an entire show like that taped to my hands.
Jesus Christ, man. So Edward 40 Hands is retarded, bro.
Basically.
Yo, man, it's see, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get my shot. Soon as Graphk pull up here, I'm gonna go get my shot. I'm gonna go take my shot, and that's it for me. I'm not a drinker, guys. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Y'all will have me up in here saying all kinds of bullshit you don't want to hear. This will be one for the ages. Wasted over here, Dodge. Where's our shot at question? Nah, Mark Davis, I'm gonna get the shot for you, brother. If Mitch is doing it, I'm down by law. We drinking, bro.
Let's do it.
Oh, Edward 40 Hands. They stupid.
Old man. English. Oh man.
Yo, old English. Yo, bro, I know. They say, have you ever had Purple Panther? I don't know what the hell about the way they say Mitch knows nothing. Wait, no, don't say that. What the hell you talking about? Get the F out of here with that. Crazy horse.
It's fine. It's fine, man.
Bro, nah, bro. I thought we were talking about drinking the shit. Yo, Crazy Horse. I remember back in the day, they fucking banned Crazy Horse, bro. They banned Crazy Horse. You have to go over state lines in Jersey to go get Crazy Horse. I don't know why they banned it. I don't know what kind of malt liquor. That shit is from like the early 90s, bro. You would have never heard of that because you're too young, bro.
Yeah.
That shit,
I don't.
it's this shit called, it's a malt liquor called Crazy Horse, and you have to go to state lines to get it. I don't know why the fuck. Wait.
I mean, man, I went to college in New Jersey, and I remember Four Loko, like for a lot of my friends in Pennsylvania, it wasn't legal, but it was legal in Jersey. So I'd have people, I did like a little bit of a side hustle and back in college where people would pay me to take Four Locos across the border to Pennsylvania.
You a bootlegger, Mitch? Mitch is a bootlegger.
I'm a hustler. I think it was one of those things where, you know, again, in college, I mean, I had 3 jobs. You go to school, try to make some extra money. And, I mean, I had to pay my way through school. You know, I didn't get too many scholarships. So, you gotta make money the way you can.
Brother, we have a legend in here. We have a legend. We have a man who has given birth to some of the best content ever on Raider YouTube. We have a man who has connected the nation over and over again. And his pen is sick on the mic. Give it up for the great Graphk
Wasted
Raider.
talent.
What's the deal, Graphk? Oh, man, yo. Deadly
What is
Chick,
that?
A Denver fan.
That's the lamest shot glass I've ever seen. You had all that time and you picked out that shot glass?
No, I had to set my lights up and shit, bro. That's why it took so long. And yeah,
that's fine. You picked out that one.
These are the dollar shot glasses that you get at the liquor store.
Look, I am about to go right now, and I am going to get a shot. I'm going to get a shot right now. I'll be
Shout out to my brothers, man. It's good to see you guys rocking together. What's good with you, Mitch?
Does he even know when he leaves that's still his picture?
Yes.
Probably not. He does?
Yeah, he does. It makes it even that much more funnier, bro.
All right. Well, then, if anybody knows Wasted's email, I need it because we're going to start sending Wasted's email. How are you doing, bro? I haven't seen you in a while. I wanted to come out to hang out with y'all and your family, but some people know from like I did my show for the Raiders, last week for the watch party.
Yeah.
I got crazy food poisoning. I have never had food poisoning before like that. It kicked my ass for like 3 days. And then when the Raiders played the Niners, so I showed up to work. You kind of know my work schedule. We talk a lot.
Yeah.
But I showed up to work at like 11 o'clock, which I usually show up at 9 a.m. And I slept on the couch for 3 hours until the show started live, woke up, and then I went live because I didn't drink at all last week against the Niners. Dude, I've never had food poisoning before. That shit was wild. But I was telling Alex, I'm like, yo, we got to go out there. Like, we got to go hang out with Pops and stuff. And
bro, it's all good. Don't even trip. We were running around. You know what I mean? We were doing a lot. Oh, hold on, Mitch. Hold on. Before Wasted takes it. This is legendary because this
what is that?
Does not. It doesn't look as long as if it has 1% alcohol in it. This is legendary.
This is called Uncle Nearest. Now, what Uncle Nearest is the original formula for Jack Daniels. The slaves that came up with the formula for Jack Daniels, the family of the people who created Jack Daniels, they started their own liquor company with the original formula of Jack Daniels. So it's called Uncle Nearest.
Basically, Wasted just told us he old as fuck. And whatever the hell Uncle Nearest?
Uncle Nearest. Uncle Nearest. Do the research on it. It's the original formula of Jack Daniels.
It's some good whiskey?
Yes, it's definitely.
Oh, okay. I'm about to go grab one then.
Premium whiskey, Uncle Nearest.
There we go.
One of my favorite whiskeys. You remember it was like 3 years ago when you and I hung out, Graphk, it was like Oaken Eden or something like that.
Yes.
If anybody sees that whiskey out there, which Wasted, you might like it. I don't really know. It's pretty new. It's not from like the 30s or anything like that. But like Oaken Eden, it literally has this like thing of wood inside of the whiskey, and it's like you can get it in all these different flavors, but they soak this like wood cork and it sits inside of the whiskey. It's phenomenal. I mean, it's very good.
Yeah.
Yo, really quickly, I gotta read this real quick. Cisco Perez, thank you for the $20 super chat. Subways and new subscriber. Just wanted to show you some love. Appreciate you, Cisco, and thank you for all of the new subscribers and everybody that's coming here. I'm a little buzzed right now, so y'all might get a little drunk Gruden. I might go into a little drunk Gruden later.
As long as you don't talk like his emails, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna talk like that, man. Definitely
Man,
not gonna do
I
that.
was just really enjoying the show, man. Then I seen you guys start turning up a little bit. I was like, you know what, man? I said it on the phone. I was like, bro, they see us all the time together. This is kind of like a moment for me. I get to see my brother in his first year rocking with Mitch Dolo. I was like, you know what, man? I don't want to take anything away from this situation, but I seen y'all start having some drinks. I'm like, you know what? Let me pull up and come rock.
You always add to the situation. You never.
I know that, but I was just sitting back enjoying it. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what? But now I'm cool. I'm gonna come kick it for a minute. So
I don't know if you knew this, but before the Jersey Shore situation, Graphk was the situation.
Not the fucking situation. Yo.
Talk.
Tan laundry.
what we talking about, man?
Hey, look, well, you know, first of all, we were talking about like the quarterbacks. We talking about free agency. You know what? Since Graphk is on here now, I was waiting for Graphk to pull up. I say we do a mock draft real quick.
Yeah.
It's your show. You do whatever you want.
I say we do a mock draft because listen, I got Mitch, I got Graphk. What I'm going to do is I'll take the 3rd round pick. Yo, Mitch, you get the 1st. Graphk get the 2nd. Then we'll go down through the Raiders draft, man. I mean, I say why not, man. And listen, I'm gonna finish off. I'm gonna take another shot.
I'm drinking some shit my wife got. She likes this weird.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, tequila. So
yeah, I can't drink no more because I can feel myself.
Daniel Caps Keenan. What's up, Daniel?
Daniel Caps Keenan just came by to say Raider Nation for life. I appreciate you, Daniel. Yo, and everybody in here, man. Hey,
real quick, no, wasted because this is your channel, but I have to say this, man. Shout out to our brother Mitch, man, for bringing the energy with him as well. I see a lot of new people in the chat. You know what I mean? That's love, man. You know what I mean? Mitch be pulling up, man, going crazy with the drinks and getting people amped up and shit, man. We appreciate you as always, my brother. It's always a blessing to have our brother on, man. Definitely, man.
Nah, you guys are honestly, I do this because I know deep down if I go to the West Coast, you got me. And if I go to the East Coast, he's got me. I mean, I'm as white as they come. So sometimes I need a little color. I really do. I need to get my rep up a little bit. I got half a star.
You know, you listen. You know,
this is a business. This is a business decision for me. That's what this is.
Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what he just called us wasted? Hey, what was the tag team? Come on, bro.
Wait. The APA. The APA. Yeah, we the APA.
Mitch just called us APA, bro.
Yo, damn.
I mean, I watched that video y'all made the other day. I think I saw it on yours, Graphk, where y'all are just
on the back. Did you see Mitch comment on it? He said,
"No, I didn't."
Bro, he said, "Hey, bro, if you watch this shit on with no sound, this shit looks suspect as hell."
Oh yeah, I did see that. Oh yeah,
I did, bro. I
forgot about that. Yo, oh my god, yo.
That shit is funny as hell,
man,
bro.
Yo.
That shit is funny as shit. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Pay them tabs. You already know what time it is.
Yes, sir. Pay your bar tab, y'all. They said Wasted took out some alcohol he bought from Al Capone. Just kidding. Hopefully he upset the chefs. Thank you. Congratulations, Wasted, yo. Y'all crazy, man. Yo, look. So this is what we gonna do, right? I'm gonna pull up the mock draft simulator. Wait, I got another super. Got my dog. That guy Ryan. Let's go. Sup, Wasted. Sup, Doc. Sup, Mitch. Need Raider Honcho now. That's what's up, man. Hey, man, you never know, man. You never know. Stranger things have happened, man.
Shout out to Honcho, NFL breaking news. They are not going to redo the Bills and Bengals game.
Okay. I didn't think they were.
Yeah, I didn't think
so either, but it's officially official now. I just got the word, so not going to happen.
Let me ask you guys a quick question about that, man. There's been a lot of there's been a lot of comments about what happened in that game. You know, you got the Skip Bayless situation, Jason Whitlock, guys like that, right? What do you guys think about, you know, how that was handled and how the NFL handled it? Do you think the NFL did their job and you think they did it well?
I think that they were pressured to do their job. You got to realize that for a second, they gave these guys 5 minutes to figure out what the hell they were going to do. So Look, the NFL was pressured into saying, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, let's pump the brakes," because, bruh, think about this: if those coaches didn't come together and intervene and talk amongst each other, like that game could have continued. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the NFL realized, man, look, we have never seen nothing like that before. You know what I mean? That was never in my 38, almost 39. I'll be 39 next week, y'all. We gonna have a party over here, Doctor. Telling y'all that now, but I just never seen anything like that. So for the NFL, man, to kind of, I don't know, bro. It was weird. I just think that they were kind of pressured into it. What you think, Mitch?
So I think I looked at what ESPN said. So ESPN released a statement the next day, and ESPN said that they were told that 5 minutes was told to them, which is what they relayed to the guys on air.
Yeah.
The NFL denied that. Unfortunately, I believe ESPN. I don't believe the NFL. Yeah. I also, the next day at work, I'm searching all over the web and I'm searching the dark webs, all this kind of stuff. And there were people that were live streaming that were actually at the game, and the NFL ball was spotted. So as soon as the injury happened, the ball was spotted. When you look at the fine print of a lot of like the logistics of all the NFL rules, that ball was spotted because of it's not called the 5-minute rule, but it's spotted because they were expected to play in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I tip my hat off to Sean McDermott.
Definitely.
I tip my cap off to both head coaches.
Because, definitely.
McDermott straight up said, he's like, hey, man, like, I feel like I got to be with my guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think as a head coach, that's everything that you would want to hope for. And, you saw a guy like Stephon Diggs trying to hype his team back up, which I understand, like, right? I mean, if you're an NFL player, you're thinking, hey, we're probably going to have to go play in this game again. You're trying to hype up your guys again. Unfortunately, though, I shouldn't say unfortunately. Fortunately, the NFL made the right decision and didn't keep playing, but I'm with you. Like, I ended up texting one of my buddies in high school who is basically he's a doctor. He doesn't work exactly with hearts, but he told me what he thought happened, and it ended up that's what happened. And when you hear a story like that, it was one of the most unfortunate things that I've literally ever seen go down. But it did restore my faith a little bit in humanity when you see Bills and Bengals fans going outside of the UC hospital, gathering together as one. I mean, it was special. I mean, it was a special moment for fans. And now that you see DeMar, who's a player that, I don't know, I did a lot of mock drafts in 2021. He was a player that I talked about a bunch because safeties were a need for the Raiders at the time. And growing up in Pennsylvania, I heard a lot of people telling me about DeMar. Yeah. I'm just happy he's okay.
If you go back and look at my mock drafts last year, that year he came out, like literally, bro, I think I took him in most of my mock drafts in the later rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not going to say that just because he was hurt, but like, that's just, it's real. Like, and it's just sad, man, to see a young kid. One thing I can say, man, that I love is that everybody came together, man. He was just trying to raise $2,500 for his toy drive. And now it's over $7 or $8 million right now. That is insane. And when he woke up, I know you guys probably spoke about it. I don't know, but for him to say, did we win the game? You know what I mean? And then for the doctors to say, man, look, you won at life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is like the just greatest story ever told, man. And I'm just hoping and praying that, oh, yeah, son, I didn't tell you he's good. My son's been asking me every day. He's like, what's going on with him? What's going on? He's getting a lot better.
It's unbelievable, man.
Unbelievable, man.
It's unbelievable, man. You know what the thing is, man? What I really want to I hope what this showed a lot of the people who are broadcasters, we're guys on YouTube. We have a certain lane. We have a new lane. We have stuff that, there's never been this kind of a lane before. So we're trailblazing kind of the culture of what happens on YouTube. All of us are, you know what I mean? We're the ones who kind of dictate what happens, how it's supposed to go, how things are supposed to go, what you're supposed to say. But in the media game, this is something that's been established a long time. I want people to get away from being the hot take guy. You don't always have to be the hot take viral guy, man. Let's get back to being human beings. Definitely. Because some of the stuff, and look, with the Skip thing, I don't want to really broach that. It is what it is. Some people have their opinions saying that he didn't say this and didn't say that. I just think the proper response to all of this is, I hope this man is okay.
Yes.
Let's get back to being human beings. And I love the fact that the players and eventually the league, which is, look, the league is about making money, but they got kind of pushed into that from the public. And that gives me faith in America, because the public were the ones who said, hey man, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean,
the public checked them, and I love that, man.
You know what's
I
crazy,
think-
man? One thing about that game that I think we can all agree on, everybody played their part perfectly. Both coaches, the fans, they were understanding. There was no craziness. Both teams came together and said, we're not going to finish this. I mean, the ambulance came right on time. Thank God that they did what they did, because that man from the Buffalo Bills medical staff, like, he really pretty much saved that man's life. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just real. Like, even the doctor was saying that those 9 minutes or whatever it was, that brought him that kept him alive, man. So shout out to the city of Cincinnati, the Buffalo Bills organization, just everybody that was perfectly in the most fucked up situation ever. They literally handled it to perfection. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I love it, man. And I think this kind of situation does kind of weave out the snakes, like the Skip Baylesses, like the Jason Whitlocks. It just lets you know that everything, like you said, ain't about hot.
Scott.
Yeah, like bro, like, we know that Mitch covers rumors, but I promise you this: if something, but that's just rumors, right? Like, because I see a lot of people say a lot of negative things about that. That doesn't matter. You cover everything, not just rumors. You cover everything, but you're not just all about a hot take. Yes, you'll give your opinion. You'll state other questions from other people in the nation. A lot of this stuff, you guys get mad at Mitch about, comes from y'all. So you know what I mean. So it's funny that I see people like, I can't stand Mitch. I hate Mitch because he's always saying this. It's actually coming from the fans. It's coming from the nation. It's coming from us. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's coming from us. So we just have to be a lot better. Views are not everything. You know what I mean? I always say it's always impact. That's always what I preach. I always preach impact, man, because seeing something like that, man, I had a show lined up that night, and who am I? I'm just this small in the grand scheme of things, and I didn't go live. You know what I mean? I wrapped it up. Like, I'm like, there's no reason for me to even go on tonight. You know,
man, so, it's crazy, bro, because if you don't have your energy in the right place, see, all of us as human beings, and Graphk and I are parents. Mitch, you're not a parent yet. Eventually, you will be.
You got Chuck.
I know of.
My boy Chuck.
You got Chuck. Chuck's a dog, but still. But eventually, right? You will be. And a lot of the times when you see tragedies happen to young people, you put yourself in that space and you're like, damn, what are their parents thinking? Yeah. And that's the first thing I thought, because when I see guys that are in their early 20s, I have teenage children, right? So they're in the same kind of peer group, and I always think from that perspective. You know what I mean? And it's good that America thought from that perspective, and they viewed him as a human being and not a piece of property. Because like the way that some of these commentators talked about him, and that goes to show you that when they see football players and athletes, they detach their humanity from them. Yeah. They're saying that, you guys need to get back out there and play. This is a pivotal game. And it's like, well, these guys are human beings. They're fucking distraught. Yeah. They might not have the nerve to do it. The guys on the other team, because the people don't realize the brotherhood of football. We're on the outside of that. We don't play the game. But even us, we have a brotherhood because we're attached to the game.
And you know what? I think it's because of how they handle that situation. Go ahead, Mitch. Go ahead.
No, I think, when we talk about work a lot of the times, like, I think every single person here right now, if you were to lose somebody really, really close to you, you might take a day off of work, right? And like, that's what they did. They had something go down. They took a day off from work, and I think that they handled it the right way that they absolutely should have. And the whole Damar Hamlin situation, I think it was really amazing how the entire NFL, how the entire all fans, just everyone at one point rallied together. And imagine you're Damar, right? Damar, he's awake now, from what we have understand from the reports. Imagine waking up to that situation. One of the first questions you ask is, did we win the game? That to me is mind-blowing alone.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you're going to see all of the outreach, all of the impact, everything that you were able to bring up. I mean, the world together, right? Like I remember 2020. 2020 seems like a long time ago. 2020 was split basically how Raider Nation is, right? With the Carr fans, not Carr fans.
Mm-hmm.
This man here, horrible thing happened to him, no doubt about it. He's going to wake up and he's going to be like, wow. And like, to me, when you have wow moments as a society in any day life, I mean, like, that's a beautiful thing. Like, don't get me wrong. I will never wish that happens to anybody ever again.
Yes.
But when he wakes up and he's going to be like, wow, that many people rallied behind me, that is so freaking powerful. And, you know, I mean,
he shook up the world. He shook up the world like Muhammad Ali used to say, I shook up the world.
And one real quick, two things. Shout out to T. Higgins. I'm praying for him and his family as well, because I know that was not a situation that he planned on at all. Look, it's football, you guys. To me, I looked at him like this. It didn't even look like anything, right? It looked like nothing. It looked like a regular special teams kind of like a special team, it just looked like a regular ass play. You know what I'm saying? But I have to say this. Now that we are out of it, right, and we're not in the playoffs, I hope that one of those teams win the Super Bowl this year. I hope that either Cincinnati or Buffalo wins that shit this year.
I mean, I bet on Buffalo, and now, damn right, I am rooting for Buffalo.
Yeah.
I am absolutely rooting for that team, rooting for that city, and this might be, you know, I hope DeMar plays again. I hope if DeMar feels like he can play again, he should do it, because when I go back, I look at, I think it was in the early 2000s, there was an injury very similar to what DeMar experienced in hockey, and an NHL player, he ended up going on to have 12 extra more seasons. So,
and DJ Hayden too. That we drafted. DJ Hayden had a similar injury when he was at the University of Houston, and we drafted him. He I think he took a year off. I mean, he had an unprecedented recovery though, DJ Hayden. And you know, I never could understand, you know, I used to always say, you know, not to be a jerk, but I was like, why would you draft a guy that had a catastrophic injury like that? But DJ Hayden has played and had a great NFL career. Not a great NFL career, but an NFL career that he can be proud of.
Long one.
An NFL career is a great career. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? He didn't work out for us. You know what I mean? He had a couple years with Detroit. I know he's bounced around a little bit. Went to Jacksonville, I believe. But look,
you play in the league for
Detroit, Jacksonville.
He has. That's impressive.
Yeah,
I would say if you play in the league as long as what DJ Hayden has, I don't think that's wasted talent.
No,
not at all. Not at all, my brother. I appreciate you. Look at the bars. Look at Mitch with the bars. Listen, somebody put a super up, and I want to be fair. I'm gonna read it. I'm not taking Mitch into the kiddie pool of drama and Raider YouTube, but I'll read this. And Mitch, I'll answer this for you, bro. Hey, Mitch, what's your take on fans like Wi-Fi Willie pushing the narrative that Carr wasn't the problem and that Carr was sabotage?
I can take it. I think it's this. I think there are YouTubers out there that want to push a certain narrative because you're going to get a certain fan base, right? Like, I think by you saying that Carr wasn't the problem, you're playing it safe, and that's okay. And maybe he believes that. It's totally fine. I'm not sitting up here, and I don't think many people are sitting up here saying that Carr was the main problem. I think most people would say the defense was the biggest problem. But you can't say that Carr wasn't a problem, right? And that's where the conversation needs to come in. And I think sometimes people who do what we do, right? I mean, YouTubers, on-air analysts, whatever. If you're out there giving your opinion to the public, people are always tiptoe. Right, like they tiptoe on difficult subjects, and I don't really think that you get very far as a YouTuber, as an on-air analyst, and I don't really think you get very far in life if you always just tiptoe on statements. So, you know, there's that.
Look, there's a part of this that talks about integrity too, Mitch, and I don't mean to cut you off. It's about having integrity. I don't do narrative-based content. I give you the scenario, I give you my real opinion, and you can surmise from that what you want. Graphk Raider does not do that. Mitchell Renz does not do that.
Shaka.
We don't have narrative-based content. When you have narrative-based content, you lose your integrity because you have to ride a certain narrative till the wheels fall off. And if you don't, you're gonna lose your fan base. I don't concern myself with how you guys receive the information. I concern myself with giving you the information. And I let you surmise what you want from that. And if that's not the thing that you're into, then maybe this isn't the channel for you. But I hope
Well, you know what?
that it is.
Let's stop talking about homie. Let's
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to get to, Graphk, really quickly. But the thing is, all chat, we've been talking about a guy who really, to be honest with you, has no bearing on the nation. We talk about the fucking Raiders, man. We talking about football. It doesn't have anything to do with whatever talking head we're talking about. He gets way too much airplay over here, and I don't watch him. I don't have an issue with the guy. I don't give a fuck. Whatever the guy does over there, he does. But look, let's get away from that.
Mock draft time, baby. Let's go.
Mock draft time. Fuck him. Wait, hold on. Fuck him. Fuck him. Bernie Mac. Fuck him. Wait, hold on, man. So look, let me go on ahead. Let me switch tabs here. Let me stop sharing. Let me go back into a thing. We're gonna do a mock draft. And Mitch, man, I know we getting a little.
So I get first round pick.
Yes,
you definitely get first round pick, Mitch. You get the first round pick, my brother. We gonna get you up in here. We gonna get on out of here, man. Cause Wasted is I am a little tipsy. I'm a little tipsy. I took a few shots.
Bud Light Lime.
Fuck you, Graphk. Bud Light Lime and 2 shots of whiskey has me a little twisted, man. Just a little bit. I'm not fucking
Twisted Raider.
Hey, Mud Tide, I gotta tell you this, bro, because I seen you mentioning another guy's wife, right? You must have not seen ours.
Don't do it.
That's all I'm gonna say. We all three have some definite baddies, and we're not really worried about that. So yeah, go ahead, man.
I'm just convinced that's a burner account. So
yeah, it probably is, man.
Yeah.
It is. It's
shout out Inspector Gadget. Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
What's
bro.
up, Todd? Good
Players
to see you,
come and go, but the franchise lives forever. All right, gentlemen. Mock draft time. OGs. Mock draft time, y'all. What the fuck is going on? You're on the clock, Mitch. You on the clock, my brother? Wait, hold on. What the fuck?
There's no way I'm on the clock.
What the hell is going on here?
I'm letting you know.
Mitch, hold on. I gotta go back, bro.
You click the button that you have to be under the age of 44 to run this?
No, you know what? Hey, I'm fucking stupid. Hey, you're doing PFF, bro. This one is so lame.
No.
Okay,
they're gonna have Noah Sewell available in the 4th round. Like it's insane, bro.
Hey, so which one am I doing? I couldn't remember the name of it.
Pro Football Network?
Yeah, go to profootballnetwork.com.
I think it's PFN. I will say, I usually start my draft analysis after the season. So I've been doing a lot of diagnosing of this guy who wears number 4. So that's kind of where I've been doing a lot of draft knowledge, though. I'm glad I got the first pick. Because
you get the easy peasy round.
Yeah, bro. That's the reason why I gave it to you, Mitch, because I know how
long do I have to make the pick?
Look, Mitch, I don't know. Wait, hold on. Let me select teams.
I mean, at this point, I don't even know if we're drafting. So,
okay, let's draft.
You want me to come over real quick and we can get it set up?
Mitch, we got it, man. You gonna fly up
my dad right now? He sounds like my dad. My dad's like, I got an email. How do I reply?
Listen, sometimes old man Wasted don't know what's going on with all this technology, but we're gonna reject that trade. Reject. All right, Mitch.
Hold on. You don't have the new one on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. Oh shit.
No.
And you see what one shot does to Wasted, bro? It's over.
Shit is tag.
It's over,
all right, y'all see it now.
Life as you know it. Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, damn! Jalen's off the board.
Okay, CJ Stroud was number 1, which is insane.
All right, here's my question to you, Wasted. This is your show. Who's the quarterback of the Raiders going into the draft?
Tom Brady's the quarterback of the Raiders.
Okay. All right.
I know because I see my boy that I've been preaching about all season long that is out of Kentucky, but yeah,
go up. What are you doing? What do you mean?
Stay
so Mitch, what's up, bro? What do you want me to do?
I got to get close because the only way I can see is if I get this freaking close.
Kelly Ringo, Anthony Richardson, Paris Johnson Jr., Noah Sewell, Will Levis is on the board, Brian Brees, Tyree Wilson.
How about this? Y'all in the nation right now, go down in the comments. Let me know who y'all would pick because I have a name on my list that I personally would go with. If you're telling me right now that Tom Brady is the quarterback of our team, I like the offensive tackle a lot there at the very, very top, Paris Johnson. However, the only reason why I say that is because I do think Colton Miller can play right tackle, and Paris is more of a left tackle overall.
Yeah.
But, man.
Colton Miller played right tackle at UCLA.
Now, mind you guys,
Correct.
Okay, real quick, before you
That's why I asked who the quarterback is.
Yeah, no. Because look, Levis is on the board. That's tough because I look at him as more as an athletic Ben Roethlisberger. That's how, it's just all the problems he has is in between the ears. If he can get a coaching staff that can work with him a little bit, and I think he can be that dude. But
I can't believe Richardson and Will are that freaking high up here. So here's the thing, all right? I get 30 seconds. I'm going to say 30 seconds on the clock.
All right.
Let's have a little fun tonight because tonight's show I like doing. I'm going to make my pick in a minute. If somebody sends in another $100 super chat, you get the pick.
They get the pick.
They get the pick.
They get the pick.
Wow. Not the
$100 super chat. We're all doing a shot.
And let me name the guys real quick while we wait for this minute. Kelly Ringo.
I know who I'm going to take.
Ringo out of Georgia, corner. Anthony Richardson out of Florida. Dual threat quarterback, you guys. Paris Johnson Jr. I think he can be great at the next level at the offensive line. Noah Sewell, to me, is the best linebacker in this draft. Trenton Simpson, linebacker out of Clemson. I'm not that much of a fan of him. I don't even know why they have him right here.
I'm going to pick somebody that I actually don't think a lot of people would pick.
Oh, okay. Because
I'm just going to tell you all right now.
I know who it is
right now. I don't think a lot of people are going to pick.
I know who it is.
I don't know if you do.
I do.
I don't know.
It's a defensive back, bro.
It's Joey Porter Jr.
It's not.
Oh,
really?
Is it Cam Smith? Is Cam Smith? It's a corner.
It's not.
Whoa. Okay. Hey, minute up.
Hey, Mitch, man, you need me to help you make this pick?
No, bro. Hey,
I don't want Gruden anywhere near my first round.
He will take Robinson, the running back out of Texas, right now. Gruden, get the fuck off the screen.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, man. Trenton Simpson, man, he's from Clemson, man. They got a winning program over there. He reminds me of Cleveland Farrell.
Oh my God,
man!
My son just said, "Is that wasted?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I knew that was his voice, man."
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Coach Gruden, pretty good.
Hey, man, listen, hey, Mitch, man, let me ask you a question, man. You got to hook up with Manscaped?
I do. Manscaped.com, code Raiders, 20% off.
Hey, man, I think I need a little Woodson whiskey. I need a little manscaping going on, man.
Hey, Gru, we can get your nuts and your liver right. Come holler at us.
Hey, man. Hey, Graphk, man. You know what you guys say over there? Pause. Hey, man, you gotta back up a little bit here, man. Hey, Mitch, man, what do you think, man? What's going on?
He's gonna take Tyree Wilson out of Texas Tech.
You guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm ready,
man.
Right,
so I have been watching a little bit more tape, and the pick that I am going to go with. Y'all ready?
Hey, man, I was born ready, man. I've been making bad picks my whole life, Mitch. I want to watch you make one.
No, I am actually going to take somebody that Graphk did say. I'm going to take Cam Smith, cornerback out of South Carolina.
Okay.
Cam Smith, man. So basically what you just did was you took
Unless
the new Damon Arnett.
Back.
You took the new
the ideal situation would be to trade back because
we could have, man. But you guys
hey, Gru, if there's a guy on the board when we draft in a second, you're going to be mad because I may go get me another corner. So
right, Cam Smith, man. Here we go. Cam Smith. Like your life depended on it, man. All right, Graphk. What are you going to take, man? Hey, Graphk, man. I love you, brother.
So you just did a slow ass draft. You didn't do the fast.
Hey, man, I don't know how to do all of this shit,
He's
man.
Got dial up.
Hey, man, I got in trouble for sending emails, man. How you gonna give me credit for that?
It looks as though we're gonna do 3 rounds, Mitch, because this may take 9 hours to do 7 rounds. But you know what, Grill? I got you. Now, if my guy's on he went off the board. Ain't that about a bit? Oh no,
All
he's
right,
not.
man.
Nope, he's
Hey,
still on the board.
You got to trade out for man.
No. Reject that.
Nah, I don't
Yeah, I
think
would've
extra
took it.
picks.
Go back up to the best available right now. Is that at the top?
Yes, at the top, man. Jackson Smith, Ninja Bull.
Now, what I'm gonna do right here is a lot of people may be upset with this, but you guys have told
here, Mitch.
you guys know I've been preaching this name for a long time. Go get my boy Emmanuel Forbes out of Mississippi State corner. We got 2 corners now, Cam Smith, him, and we could put Nate Hobbs back in the nickel. And now we have 3 great corners, you guys.
Emmanuel Forbes from Mississippi State,
Yes,
man.
that is the best cover corner in this draft. I'm telling you right now. You got
So
2
now our
guys.
defensive backfield is great, man. How do I make this shit go faster, Graph?
Too late.
It's too late, bro.
It's too late, man. Hey, Mitch, thanks for getting me all twisted on air, man. So now I don't know how to fucking draft anymore, man. Listen, man, I'm gonna do one pick. I'm gonna get out of here, Mitch, because it gets a little weird when I get to picking, man. You see the way I pick, man. Damon Arnett makes rap records and shoots at people. I want to do.
Hey, there's one guy on there, Gru, that you can look at. That's all I'm gonna say. What do we call in the hood? What do we call our aunties in the hood? That's TT, right?
Yes,
TT.
sir.
TT.
Hey, man, TT Talupo, man.
I know you weren't asking me that question.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, man, but you know who I'm going to go with? I'm going to go with the Michigan defensive tackle, Mozzie Smith, man. The guy's a big, hostile, mobile, and agile defensive tackle. We need to shore up our trenches, man. I never did that when I was here, man. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make an actual good draft pick to get a guy that came from Jim Harbaugh, Mozzie Smith.
I'm not mad about that. Hey, you're addressing.
You're right.
You're addressing. Hey, you're addressing a need, though. I like that. Now, hold on, Mitch. Right now, you're David Ziegler, right? Because I know you haven't done your homework on all these more mid-round, late-round picks.
I appreciate that you called me by my full name, David. I respect that.
What position or would you go with right here in the 4th round?
If we went cornerback, defensive tackle.
Because we've been doing our homework on these guys. So just name the position and let me make the pick.
I would still say we got to still go best available. Like the guy that I would go with. So my favorite player that's still on the board that I see is Tua, the defensive tackle from USC. Like personally, that's still my favorite prospect.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get so close to the screen, y'all, because Wasted's got this tiny ass.
Go to linebackers real quick.
Hey, Mitch, that's what she said.
No. I mean, Graphk was the one earlier on the show that did something like this, so y'all can put that on him.
Fucking bitch, man. Go to LB.
Here's the issue. I can't see the screen.
All right,
all I can see is Tua. I literally got to go like this.
Wait, hold on, Mitch. Let me fucking change the layout. Dude, I don't know.
You're okay. You're okay.
There we go.
That actually helps. That helps a lot, actually. Yeah.
You call me old and you can't see.
Are you
I
already?
wish you could see the screen for me because
I am old as shit though, Mitch. Don't worry about it. I'm definitely. Old.
The player that I still like the most is Tua.
Me too.
I look at the Raiders' interior. I still think that they need a lot of help. I don't think that they like Matthew Butler and Neil Farrell Jr. all that much. So, Tua to me is a player that I have in my board as a third-round pick. So,
Tuli Talupo?
Yeah.
Tupalutu.
Tackle from USC.
I love double dipping with corner and defensive tackle. Those are the 2 weakest positions that we have on the defense side. Well, linebacker, terrible.
Yeah, linebacker too.
Linebacker's weak.
Bro, this linebacker class is ass, bro. There's maybe 4 or 5 linebackers that I'm really looking at.
Linebackers in free agency are actually a lot stronger than what.
Yeah,
people
so you can address that need in the level of defense through free agency. You can get 2 linebackers in free agency. You get Levante David because Brady's coming, so Levante's coming too. You go out, get Edmonds. You go and draft a kid and keep Luke Masterson. I like Luke Masterson.
I like Luke too. Or you can bring back Denzel and just go get one more.
Yeah, and keep Luke too. You got to keep Luke though. That's a guy that's a homegrown guy. You got to keep Luke Masterson, bro.
Yeah. When it comes up, go to linebacker.
Oh, I ain't trading with the Niners.
Okay, reject.
So,
Yeah. You know what? Matter of fact,
Linebacker.
don't even do that. Go to all.
All right, here we go.
Go up to the top though.
I will say,
We're up at the top,
Alex
brother.
is kind of giving me a little time cue because I told her I'd be on for about
Yeah,
30
no,
minutes.
it's good. This the last. Let's just
This
one more
the last we going because my wife is pissed off at me too. So
Hey, my wife is mad too. Go get Jalen Graham, linebacker to Purdue. Me and Stu had talked about him the other night on the phone for like 2 hours. I'm a fan of him, and I think that may be the guy. So Jalen Graham right there. So we got a linebacker, 2 DTs, and 2 corners.
So now I'm going Connor Gavin, tackle. Got to go out there, get you a tackle. You got to shore up that offensive line.
Boom. So there we go. We doing the last pick right here. One more pick.
Hey, Mitch, you gonna take Mr. Irrelevant?
Mitch, are you taking Mr. Irrelevant, man?
I'll be honest with y'all. I've done research on like top 50 prospects, so I'm not going to sit up here and lie to y'all.
Bruh said put the car at QB 2023. Oh my God, yo, I love the nation and I love the trolls in the chat, man. I didn't know that Mud Tide was a member on the channel, man, because I feel like maybe he's just playing now with the little shit that he be saying.
Yeah, he might. I didn't know he was a member too.
Pretty radical stuff to me the other day on my show. So
I didn't know he was a member. He must have just became a member, but that's crazy.
Hey, Mitch, let me ask you a question, man.
So that's Bi-Fi. That's Bi-Fi, Billy.
Yeah, probably, man. But let me ask you a question, man. You know, I came in here today and I'm looking around. I'm like, man, Wasted fucking blew up, man. This guy's got fucking $100 super chats. He's juking and jiving. He has 2 NFL players on. He has Matthias Farley and fucking Julian Edelman on the show today, man. It's ridiculous, man.
COVID, bro. Hey, real quick, man. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to my brothers that put like this was a great show tonight, y'all. I know we coming up.
You wanna hide honestly a prospect that I think is a very much boomer bust type of prospect.
Hey man, it's the last pick. Might as well go.
Boomer bust. You said we got Tom Brady. Give me Dorian Thompson Robinson.
UCLA.
Let's see if he's available though. Dorian Thompson.
Yes. Oh, no, he's available.
Yes. Yo, I like Mitch. That's a sneaky. Damn, they still got Malik Cunningham and Max Dugan available too. That's
right because they're not gonna be that. They not them. I'm telling you, bro. Like that Dugan
draft, and I feel like I can flip a prospect. Like I actually don't know if he's ever going to be a starter, but his athletic ability alone, you let him learn behind Tom Brady. It's not too often you can drive a car off the lot and sell it for the exact same price. And I bet you could sell a guy like that.
Yeah.
Speedster right here. Go get a wide receiver, speedster that can be on the outside. Because look, we all know we're gonna have Gronk, we're gonna have Waller, we're gonna have Renfro, we're gonna have Devontae. Just get a speedster, get some speed on the outside.
I want to draft a dude that's named Jadakiss. I just want to draft his name is Jadakiss. Shout out to New York.
Get Jaden Reed. Get Jaden Reed right there out of Michigan State.
Jaden Reed out of Michigan.
You know what's funny, man? Scout put me up on him. I did some homework on him the other day. Jaden Reed he's dope. He's dope.
Yeah,
I hope this is our last pick. We got to get up out of here. Yeah, I got to do a little more homework from some of these later. A lot of these guys I'm reaching, man. I'm just gonna take a guy that I actually know. You know what I'm saying? Defense. We got to go defense.
Go get Cam Jones out of Indiana right there. Another linebacker.
Where's he at, bro?
Oh, you can get Tyke Smith too out of a safety out of Georgia though.
Yeah, I want a safety, bro.
Okay, go get Tyke. Go get Smith out of Georgia.
Nah, man. I like DeMarco, man.
You gonna take DeMarco over Smith?
So I think I'm reaching. You right,
bro. Either way, they cool.
Nah. DeMarco got a problem in coverage. No, we gotta take Tyke Smith. Yeah.
There we go. So, hey,
all right, is this it?
That's it.
That's it, y'all. Listen, this has been a most splendiferous occasion of Raider Nation Unlimited, man.
Excuse me?
My dog, splendiferous, that's not even a real word. It's actually, Dave Chappelle made it up. So we're using it. But, yo, man, Mitch, I really, really appreciate you coming on, man. You know, you didn't have to do this, bro. And, you know, at the level in your career that you're at, man, it's a hell of a show. I really, really appreciate you, my brother. And, yo, thank y'all, man, because without you guys, I wouldn't have gotten. And I know, look, man, Mitch, you got hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Grav, you up in that
I ain't shit.
big dog ethos, bro. But for me, you know what I'm saying? I never thought, when I got into this, I just, because me, look, man, I'm an older guy, man. I'm well established in my life and my career, at my real career. And I just wanted to do this because I'm like having a midlife crisis. I wanted to do something that I wanted to do for me. You do all of these things for your family, your kids, and things like that. I wanted to do something that I loved, and I found something that I love. And this, all of the other stuff on top of it is just cream cheese to me. It's just, I really appreciate you guys, all the help you guys have given me. To be quite honest with you, if it wasn't for you two guys, I wouldn't have gotten monetized as fast as I did, because just by the virtue of Mitch coming on the show on another channel that I was on, I took that video and uploaded it to my channel. Boom, he got me right at the basis, and then I went on Graph's show, and Graphk got me over the line. Got me monetized, got everything rolling, and in 2-3 weeks I had 2,000-3,000 subscribers, man. So I really appreciate the both of you, man. Thank you very, very much.
I'll say this,
Hey,
Graphk, you're kind of fitting this bill too. I remember the day I met Graphk, right? I remember the day that you and I met, and I think anybody who wants to try to become a content creator, it's not an easy thing to do. You're going to deal with a lot of bullshit. You're going to work a lot of hours. You're going to put in the grind. You're going to put in the time. But you don't got to say thank you to me. You don't got to say thank you to Graphk. I think he would say the exact same thing, right? People watch your show because they want to watch for you, right? They want to watch because at the end of the day, I love Raider Nation because they remind me so much of my family, where I'd sit around at family reunions, Christmas, holidays, and all we do is talk sports, talk whatever we could possibly come up with. And today was the perfect example of that. First 30 minutes, you and I, we chop it up, we talk Raiders. Next 30 minutes, absolute shit show. The last 30
I love it.
It's great content, right? I think at the end of the day, I love what I do because I get to meet people who I've never shaken hands with, but I feel like they're a part of my family. And I've gotten the chance to meet Graphk. I've never got to meet you in person. And there's a lot of people on that chat right now that I hope one day they come up to me and they'll say, hey, I'm Todd0864 and I watch your stuff. That's the coolest thing ever. So I'll say this, you don't got to say thank you to me. I appreciate the invite on shows. I love talking Raiders. I love talking sports. But most importantly, I like having a good time. And if I feel like I'm going to have a good time on a show, you don't got to thank me for that.
Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, man. Graphk, appreciate you too. I got to read these supers before we get on out of here. Congrats to you, Wasted. Much success to you now into the future. Enough respect to the General Graphk and to the hardest worker out there, Mitchell effing Renz, man. Yo, wait a minute. We got another one that we gonna get up out of here, man, because all of our wives are gonna kill us. Mitch got a lot of knowledge about getting subs. What are we talking about? Wasted got a lot to teach about the Raider legacy. And mash them both together and you get a heck of a show. I appreciate that, bro.
Go straight up.
I wanted to make sure that they were showing my brother Mitch the proper freaking respect, and they were, man. Mitch has a lot of knowledge about football. So that's the one thing that
I know the Raiders.
I don't. Yeah. But the Raiders, we all know the Raiders, right? But we know the league, and we understand this game, and we've watched this game a long time, and we understand what's what. And I think a lot of that can't be missed.
But you know what, though? It was funny is I reached out only to y'all two and Scout about all these new guys that we're about to be bringing on, because we are Raiders. That's it. This is our everything. But in 2023, we want to shake it up a little bit and get some new guys on, right? Like Philip Dorsett, today told me I would love to come on the show. He's gonna be on the show this year. Jeffrey Simmons. Come on, man, all pro defensive tackle. Mitch, I hit you instantly. What's up? Our brother Paul is like, bro, let's rock. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to Eric Armstead, another guy from the 49ers that's my wife's cousin, you know what I'm saying? So, bringing him on, you know what I mean? So we're going to be doing some different things this season, but we're always going to find a way to turn it into some Raider content regardless. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be, Philip Dorsett's been hitting a lot on my shit about Raiders. So I'm feeling like there's something there. He's a former Patriot and he's been hitting on all my shit randomly. And I'm like, pull up to the pod, bro. We got to talk. You know what I'm saying? And he's a free agent, you know what I mean? So there you have it. But yeah, man, I'm just happy, man.
Thank you, Les.
Mitch, my brother, I've known you for many moons now. My brother Wasted, man. Like overnight, we became brothers like this, bro, in real life, not just some YouTube.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I just both of y'all continued success. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Don't ever thank me for shit wasted. You keep trying to do that shit all the goddamn time. I'm sick of it.
It's too nice, honestly.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing but do what I was supposed to do. You know what I mean? So there's that. You know what I mean?
I pulled up and I chugged beers today. That's easy.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, so all right, so basically, you guys want me to be fuck both of you. Have a terrible night. You know that what y'all want me to say?
Thank you.
Hey, Wasted, get to your wife. Mitch, get to Al. I know she over there tripping, and I'm gonna get to my wife right now. Shout out to the chat. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Love
As
y'all.
always,
Thank y'all, man.
we outro, man.
We are definitely outro, man. Love all of y'all, man. Peace. Hey, Mitch, man.